Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English Podcast.
広島大学イングリッシュポッドキャスト異文化ディスカッションへようこそ。この番組異文化ディスカッションでは、広島大学に学ぶ留学生をゲストに招き、東広島での学生生活や身近な話題について英語で話してもらいます。ニュージーランド出身のアナとアメリカ出身のマーティーンによるトークの第2回をお届けします。今回の話題はマーシャルアーツ、すなわち格闘技。聞き手は広島大学のジョー・ラウアーさんです。それではごゆっくりどうぞ。
Good day, everyone, and we're happy that you could come again to our cross-culture talk this month. I'm Joe.
I'm Anna.
I'm Matt.
That's right. And today we're talking about martial arts in other countries because both Anna and Matt know a lot, or know pretty much about martial arts in New Zealand and also America. Before we talk about that, though, can I ask you a little bit, how long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan for just about 3 months now.
3 months?
Yeah, 3 months for me.
Right. And what do you like about Japan?
I would say my favorite thing is probably the food.
Okay. So you cannot really get it in America the same way?
Not really. I think the American idea of Japanese food is strictly sushi.
Okay.
So, and there's so much more to it.
There's so much more to it, right.
Yeah.
Very good. And Anna, what do you like about Japan?
I like sort of the lifestyle, like riding your bike everywhere. Because in New Zealand, it's maybe the drivers are a little too dangerous.
Okay.
You might get hit if you're riding your bike.
Right. The cars in Japan are very polite for the pedestrians, right? How about, is there anything you don't like about Japan?
I would say right now, probably the lack of coldness and snow. I'm from a very cold place that gets snow maybe 5 or 6 months out of the year.
So you like it even colder?
Yeah, even colder, like some Hokkaido-like weather would be nice right now.
Wow, it's too warm for you. Our students would probably disagree with you. And Anna, anything that you don't really like so much about Japan?
I think sometimes because I'm like blonde and obviously foreign, people just stare a little bit.
Okay.
Which is a bit annoying sometimes.
Okay, right. You really stick out. Okay, and today we're talking about martial arts. First, can you tell me, Anna, what kind of martial arts do you do?
I used to do kickboxing, and at the moment I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Why don't you tell me a little about the kickboxing first?
I did it for about 5 years, and I ended up getting my black belt in the end. So that was great.
You got a black belt in kickboxing?
Yeah.
Wow. Why did you love kickboxing so much?
I kind of wanted to do a martial art that involved punching and kicking. Because I thought it would be quite cool to be able to fight. But obviously, hopefully I'll never have to use it.
Do you think you could kill Matteen in 1 minute?
Probably not kill.
Okay.
Severely maim, maybe.
So what kind of classes did you go to, kickboxing classes? What kind of teacher?
The teacher was a guy, he had competed a lot in kickboxing and also kung fu. And it was just a class in the evening at a nearby gym.
Okay. Okay. Did you ever get injured kickboxing?
I think the worst injury I got wasn't very bad. It was just, I got a finger injury because I wasn't holding one of the pads right when someone kicked it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you became a black belt and you never broke any bones or anything?
No.
Okay, and before we do your jiu-jitsu, Matteen, what kind of martial arts have you done?
I have a 2nd degree black belt in American freestyle karate, which is basically just a mixture of a bunch of different martial arts. So there's a little bit of Taekwondo, a little bit of Japanese karate, Aikido, Judo, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, American style wrestling, stand-up boxing, and kickboxing.
Wow, can you tell us a little about each of those and What are they like?
So Japanese style karate, or at least the type I study, is called Goju-ryu, which comes from Okinawa, and that's traditional Japanese karate, which was basically developed by a guy named Gichin Funakoshi. Then Taekwondo, I guess I don't know.
Back to Japanese karate for 1 second.
Okay.
What are the special characteristics of it?
It's pretty low to the ground, very basic, not super showy.
Okay.
But the strikes, like everything comes from the hips.
Okay.
All of your power comes from the hips, whether it's a kick or a punch. So a lot of times when you're watching people do like their kata or their form, you can see like their belt swaying from side to side as the hips move. So you can kind of tell how much power someone has.
Okay, good. And
Taekwondo is a Korean martial art that's basically all about the feet. Because when Taekwondo was invented or developed, most people were like craftsmen who needed to use their jobs every day, or use their hands every day for their jobs. So if they ever had to fight, they didn't want to injure their hands because they had to use them to work. So it's basically all about kicking. And if you ever get kicked by someone who's like a master in Taekwondo, there's no greater pain that I've ever felt.
Wow. Okay.
Next one, Aikido is another Japanese martial art, which is basically all about using your opponent's momentum against them. So basically, however your opponent comes in at you, you basically redirect their energy or their momentum and basically make your attacker beat themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
Then American style Olympic wrestling, just a lot of groundwork. And that's also where my judo and jiu-jitsu comes into play, is basically on the ground. If you ever happen to be in a fight situation that gets taken to the ground, learning how to defend yourself.
Wow. Okay. And speaking about jiu-jitsu a little, Anna?
Well, because I did kickboxing for so long, I felt pretty confident standing up, but I realized if I'm ever on the ground, I'm just like a fish flopping around, like I have no idea what to do. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is basically just wrestling on the ground. And so it's very different to kickboxing, so I thought that would be a pretty cool thing to do. It's actually Japanese Jiu-Jitsu was taken to Brazil and then adapted there. And so that's where Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu came from. And my teacher is actually a guy from Brazil called Paulo. And he's very cool. He looks really tough.
Okay.
But he's actually like a cuddly teddy bear.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Okay. How is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu maybe different from anything Matt might do?
I'm not sure about Matt's style of karate, but I did Japanese Jiu-Jitsu a little bit, and I think the differences maybe when I did Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, it was you're defending against someone punching you or someone coming at you with a knife. Basically, someone does something towards you and you, a bit like Aikido, you kind of redirect their energy. But with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's like a flowing fight where maybe someone's on top and the other person tries to get on top or to get their arm or to get them in a choke or something like that. So you're sort of rolling around a lot and changing positions.
Okay. Any other comments about these sports?
I think I would basically agree. Unfortunately, I guess I don't have the most insight on this topic because all of my judo and jiu-jitsu classes were combined in each other. Like it was a judo and jiu-jitsu class that I would take. And all of the names that we had to learn were in Japanese, and this was before I started studying Japanese. So I guess I never really knew what term was for judo and what one was for jiu-jitsu. However, judo is a lot of learning how to throw someone and fall, and then I think jiu-jitsu is kind of learning what to do once you get thrown or once you fall, learning how to work from the ground. So we had a lot of classes where someone would literally just kind of pick you up and throw you and land on top of you, and then the jiu-jitsu comes in, like Anna said, where you have to learn how to either defend yourself while someone is basically laying on top of you, or learn how to take over so you're the one controlling the fight.
Okay. How popular are these martial arts in America and New Zealand? And which ones are maybe the most popular abroad? What are some of your thoughts?
Well, I think mixed martial arts is probably the most popular one in New Zealand. And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kickboxing and maybe karate are also really popular in New Zealand.
Wow. Especially with young people or people of all ages, what do you think?
There are a lot of young people who train,
especially
but there
young
are
people.
quite a few older people,
Okay.
30s or 40s who train a lot as well.
Okay, how about in America?
Yeah, I would say martial arts have definitely always been fairly popular and are building quite a bit of popularity due to all the stunts that they put in movies now. I actually personally know two of the guys who did stunts for the most recent Ninja Turtle movie. And so they've been interviewed on multiple news programs and sports programs about how they learned how to do all these stunts. And of course, all these guys say they started out with martial arts training. So a lot of little boys and girls see the Ninja Turtles and they tell their parents oh, I want to be able to do something like this. So then that's kind of where their martial arts journey begins.
Okay, very good. And one final question here today. In the future, where do you want to go with your martial arts? What kind of things do you want to do?
Right now, I guess I'm kind of at a plateau with karate. But now that I'm in Japan, I would love to give kendo a try.
Okay.
Which is the ancient sword fighting with all the gear and everything. So I guess as long as I'm still studying any sort of martial art, I think I'd be happy.
Okay. Anna, in the future, what do you want to do?
Well, I think recently I've been moving around a lot, so once I've settled down, I'd like to find a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu club and just train lots and maybe enter some competitions.
Okay. Any recommendations for our listeners if they want to try to get in shape like this?
My advice is don't be scared going to a class because everyone's scared on their first class. And people in martial arts clubs are always actually really nice and friendly.
Oh.
Yeah, same for me. Also, don't be afraid of being injured. I think I've been studying martial arts for about 12 years now and I've only been injured once.
Wow.
So go out there and give it a try.
Okay. We all hope that you out there can get in shape and get involved in these martial arts because they are really exciting. And we'll be back next month with Anna and Matt at our Cross Culture Talks here. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
いかがでしたか？格闘技といえば、昔からある柔道や空手、合気道などが思い浮かびますが、最近では総合格闘技やブラジリアン柔術、キックボクシングなど多様化しています。これらは格闘家のみならず、一般の人々が心身を鍛える方法としても注目されているようです。ダイエットやストレス解消にも効果的かもしれませんね。それでは次回の異文化ディスカッションまでごきげんよう。